Guys, it's Fonzie here with DipYourCar.com. Today what we're going over is the brand new Copper Metalizer from Plasti Dip. You know that they've got the gold, you know that they got the silver. We've tested both before in different videos, over black, over white. We're going to knock it all out in one video on this one. We've got a white Plasti Dipped wheel, we've got a black Plasti Dipped wheel, and to throw a curveball in there, we've got a camo brown Plasti Dipped wheel. We're going to see what the Copper Metalizer does over all three wheels. This might be kind of a long video because we want to be thorough about it, but we're going to cover it all in one shot. Fonzie from Dip Your Car, enjoy the video. Alright guys, the first thing we're going to start with is the matte black Plasti Dipped wheel. This has 4 coats of the matte black Plasti Dip on it right now. There's going to be 2 different kinds of people that are going to use this Copper Metalizer. Some are going to add kind of a metallic flake, like a light dusting, to whatever color wheel they have. So what we're going to do is put 1 coat on there in that kind of a fashion. The other type of person is going to want that solid copper metal, like when somebody goes for like a shiny gunmetal with the silver Plasti Dip or the silver metalizer. So we're going to let those coats build up. The first one we're going to do is that metal flake in copper. Okay, so 1 coat of the copper over black gives it kind of like a really darker bronze kind of look. I mean, it still looks kind of black, it's just got that bronze metal or copper metal flake over it. So we're going to go heavier on the next couple of coats and see what it does. Okay, now this is a much heavier second coat over the matte black. I'm going to rotate the wheel so you can see it in different angles, different lights. You know what it does is it actually makes this matte black quite a dark bronze. We're actually going to do 1 more solid coat to show what it can do with the 3rd coat. I did notice that there's quite a bit of curb rash on this test wheel, so if you see anything around there or there, that's what's going to be catching your eye. Okay, now what you see here is 3 coats of the Copper Metalizer over black. The 2nd and 3rd coat were very heavy, and this is basically what it's done. It's turned it into a nice dark rich bronze. Hopefully you can see that from all the angles. And we're going to move on to the white wheel. Alright guys, we got our white wheel here. This is 4 coats of the matte white Plasti Dip. I'm not really sure what the copper is going to do to the white. We're just going to kind of take it step by step. We're going to do a light coat first and then the heavy ones as we go, just like the black. Alright guys, this is the white with the Copper Metalizer over it, 1 coat. I'm going to show it to you from different angles. It definitely changed the look of the white. It's almost like a really intense pearl, but the one thing I've noticed is the Copper Metalizer is not as forgiving as the gold and the silver. So the areas that have collected a little bit more product as far as the middle or the corners here, you can see it quite a bit. It's almost, it's considerably darker in those areas. With the gold or the silver Metalizer, it doesn't really affect it that much. It doesn't have that much of a hue change, so it's a little bit more forgiving. So I have a funny feeling that the white with copper is really going to be more interesting with the heavier coats on it. Alright guys, now this is the white Plasti Dip with 3 full coats of the Copper Metalizer on it. It's evened out really nicely. It's got a nice sheen to it. What it really looks like to me, it's definitely deeper and darker than a gold. It's definitely not gold. It's almost like a really, really bright copper. I mean, they just hit it right on the head with that. We're going to move on to the camo brown wheel now and see what that does. Alright guys, this is the standard matte camo brown. I'm not sure if you guys, or a lot of you guys, have seen this before. It's not a really popular wheel color, obviously. But what we're going to do is throw the Copper Metalizer over it and see what it does to the camo brown. All right, guys, this is your camo brown with one coat of the Copper Metalizer. And what we're trying to get with the camo brown is a true bronze color. We're hoping that camo brown as a base with the copper on top of it is going to get us to a true bronze. So we're going to throw a couple more coats on and see where we get to. Okay, guys, this is the camo brown with now 3 coats of the Copper Metalizer. And this, I'm pleased to say, is really the closest that we've gotten to a pure, true bronze. This is an awesome looking color. This is actually something that we've had a lot of requests for, specifically from the Subaru guys. They really wanted to know how to do a true bronze that seems to work really well on STIs and WRXs and things like that. So the camo brown with 3 coats of the Copper Metalizer does a really good job. What we're going to do is line up all 3 wheels and show you what they look like side by side. Okay, guys, you got all 3 wheels here lined up, and it's going to go from darkest to lightest. So on the left side, you've got the black with the copper over it. The center is the camo brown with copper, and then on the right side is the white with copper. Okay, guys, that's a really good example of the Copper Metalizer. It's available on DipYourCar.com right now, as well as all the other Plasti Dip and Plasti Dip accessories. A couple other colors that you might want to try this out on. We're actually excited to try it over the gunmetal gray and also some of the blaze colors, and just to see what that does. Fonzie from Dip Your Car, I hope you enjoyed this video.